son with bipolar. I think there are a lot of people who deal with a kid with addiction. I think anybody dealing with a bunch of teenagers all at once is overwhelmed.
You're taking a look at a clip from a documentary called Trampoline. It follows the explosive year of one family as they struggle with a destructive father and rebellious teenagers.
And it's just one of several films, or many films, being shown as part of the San Francisco Docfest, which runs through Thursday. And joining us this morning are Jeff Ross, the SF Docfest Festival Director, and Mark Wojahn. He's the filmmaker for Trampoline. Thanks for being here on this. This is a good time to talk about film and go to the movies, but you're saying you have a little competition with the rain and the Giants.
Rain and baseball. Well, you know, now that we won the baseball, we can focus back on the movies.
There you go.
How many films have you been showing? You started the 14th, right?
We started back on the 14th. The festival run to the 28th. About almost 60 films altogether, films from all over the world, and a bunch of Bay Area films as well. And Mark's film, he's a Midwest filmmaker. So, there's a wide variety, you know, and family. It looks at films that look at individual families, individual people, just wide perspectives on the environment, on social stuff. It's, you know, documentaries they're not just, you know, not just homework. They're really engaging and entertaining.
Yeah.
Mark, let's talk a little bit about Trampoline. How did you find this family and decide that this is something that the story needed to be told?
The parents actually, I was friends with the parents, and they asked all their network, who can house sit? We're going to go on a retreat. And I was the only one that volunteered. And the last time they had left, the cops were at the house, and the people were passed out. And so everyone was scared. I was the only one that showed up, and I was also a little worried, and I decided to like show up with my movie camera and make a movie about it. And so that weekend was the weekend that decided making this film. And it's a great film for anybody that's raising a teenager, that's trying to figure out how to talk to their children. Come and see Trampoline.
So is this about a family exploding or imploding? Describe a little bit about it.
Pretty much both. I mean, the kids all have huge personalities, and there's conflict in how the parents are going to parent these children.
How they're going to raise them.
Yeah.
The parents are in conflict with each other.
In conflict with each other.
And in conflict with the kids, obviously.
Yeah. And so pretty much the kids can do whatever they want because the parents aren't together.
Right.
And so they let me into their world, and it was an amazing experience to be there and watch it firsthand and see it happen.
Kind of like that old cliche, the inmates running the asylum, so to speak?
You could say that, yeah.
Okay.
You know, as you mentioned earlier, there's a lot of space in the universe here for documentaries. It's amazing how many. And is there money to make them?
No.
No.
It's a labor of love, isn't it?
It's a labor of love.
It's passion. It's, I mean, Mark was telling me earlier, he spent 6 years making this film.
6 years.
Wow.
And you have to make a movie that you cannot stop thinking about. I could not stop thinking about this family. I had to be over there. And that's the reason to make it, because you have that passion.
Yeah. Jeff, tell us a little bit about just the status of documentary filmmaking in the United States and how
around the world.
I don't really know. I can't really speak to the doc making in the United States. I do know that in the Bay Area we have a lot of documentary filmmakers. If you ever look at the listing that gets published when the Sundance catalog schedule gets published, the films from the Bay Area are almost always documentaries. We have very few fiction films that play at Sundance. So there's a lot of documentary filmmakers here in the Bay Area, and a lot of documentary film lovers.
Here's the one to Sly Stone. Who's done this?
Tell us about this.
This is a film that's playing on the closing night on the 28th, called Coming Back for More. It's a fan of Sly Stone who tracked him down because he had gone a recluse. He's sort of vanished off the.
Where's he vanished to?
Well, that's what the film's about.
Oh.
We know like he actually was a bit of a detective film, to find the man. And he's a Bay Area guy. We've heard that some of the Family Stone are going to be at the screening on the 28th at the Roxy.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
But so that will be cool. But yeah, so it's so you have films.
It really gives you a good sense of the variety of the film festival.
Yes.
Just to wrap it up, would you say that over the years documentary making has really is getting much better, to excellent?
I feel like the format has become more accepted and people are more interested in it since the Michael Moore films and a few from I guess 8 or 9 years ago. The idea of documentaries being as a Hollywood staple, something that can succeed at the box office has changed.
It's not legitimate time.
It's not just, it's definitely changed, and that's been great.
Love to continue to talk about it, but we're out of time. So thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
And I look forward to success.
Thank you.
At the film festival. We'll be right back.
Go to KRON4.com and click on the gift store link for half-price gift certificates.